Hi, I'm Mark Passwaters, the publisher of AggieL.com, and here are your three quick things for Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019. I'm going to start off today talking about the Senior Bowl, which is becoming the Dalen Mack section of the program, because the big fella's at it again. They had their first day of practice in Mobile yesterday, and according to several sources that are pretty solid, including John Harris of the Texans, and if you know him, he's a very, very well-respected guy. Knows the draft process and players very, very well, and he said that Mack was outstanding, that he basically picked up where he left off after the Shrine game where he dominated, and, I've never really seen somebody go out and improve their stock as rapidly as Dalen has over the past couple of weeks. But then again, I've never seen anybody play in both the Shrine game and the Senior Bowl. Kingsley Keke also had a really, really good day, so good news for both A&M defensive end / tackle types. And honestly, couldn't happen to two better guys. Second, I'm going to talk about Nick Starkel and his departure. Not unexpected, disappointing certainly, but you got to do what's best for you, and certainly sitting on the bench was not going to behoove Nick any, if he's going to have a future in professional football. The guy can throw it. There's no doubt about that. I thought he was going to win the quarterback competition coming out of the summer. I still think that he can play at a very high level and will succeed. I would like to see him, honestly, to Oklahoma State because I think that he would do very well in that offense. He'd have a lot of good receivers to throw to, and I'd like to see him get the Big 12. From an A&M perspective, obviously it's a disappointment. If you took a look at Twitter last night, a lot of players were talking about how sad they were that he was leaving, that they loved him, and that he was a real team leader. Nobody said anything bad about Kellen Mond because he's also a team leader, and a lot of the guys, even if they did love Nick, still would have supported Kellen if it came down to one or the other. But the fact of the matter is, Starkel needed to do what is best for him, and the Aggies still have some good options. Obviously Mond now has 20 career starts. Jimbo really believes in James Foster, who he went out and pushed very hard to get at the end of the last recruiting period. Zach Calzada, obviously, fairly recently, Jimbo said great things about, that he's a guy you build teams around, and that's pretty high praise. And, at the Under Armour game, he showed that he has a huge arm. Connor Bloomerk may have the best arm of the bunch. I don't think you're going to hear any more about rumors about him going to tight end or fullback or whatever, because now they definitely need him at quarterback. So, you have 20 career starts and one pass otherwise in that quarterback room. That's life. You still got an awful lot of talent, and that's the way things are in the college game. And thirdly, let's see here. Let's go around the country, because that's what A&M's doing in terms of recruiting. In the last several days, they've offered people from Denton, Louisiana, Washington State, Newark, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., Florida, you name it, they've been there. So if you had any question about whether or not Jimbo was going to rest on his laurels with the number 3 recruiting class in the country and a 9-win season and a big win in a bowl game after coming in second in the SEC West, forget it. Even though it's going to be probably a pretty tight, pretty small class for 2020, they're out there working really hard to get some of the best players in the nation. They've also started offering guys in the 2021 class as well. So they're doing what they have to do, and it's impressive at how much these guys get around. So if you can steal their frequent flyer miles, do it. And see you guys tomorrow.